Good morning, Nithya.
Good morning.
How are you doing? Your voice is a little different, huh?
I had a little cold over the last few days, but I'm doing good.
Take care, yeah.
Okay,
How are you?
yes. Someone said,
How are you?
Hi, Chandravali, I'm good. How are you?
Fine.
Okay, amazing morning to everyone. Are you
morning.
feeling to have an amazing week this week?
Yes.
I think this week is World Mental Health Day, or at least October 10th was Mental Health Day. Okay, so let us start. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. So,
Nithya?
anyone has any questions or anything? Yes, please.
So I'll hear your thing. I won't be visible, but I'll be hearing.
Okay, you're very much visible actually right now.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
If you don't want to be visible, you should switch off your cameras because this is going
Sure.
live.
Also, Saundravali wishes to come to in her mobile. So is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys, let's start. So, what can we be or do different to have an amazing day and an amazing week that is beyond our imagination starting now? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you
Nithya, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Nithya, the way you look so fresh.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yes. You know, beauty and freshness are different things. I really want to compliment you that you are looking beautiful, but before that, I want to compliment you that you look so fresh. In every call, you look more fresher to me.
Thank you so much.
So can you today, you can say I'm becoming very greedy, but can you keep the call today to how be very fresh like you?
Okay.
Means I think everybody wants to be fresh. Every
Yes.
moment. You look so fresh. Your eyes are so vibrant.
Thank you, thank you.
I have no words to explain, but just keep the call today on how to be so fresh.
Okay,
No
I should do that.
at all, no worries, no anxiety, no anger, no fear, no doubts, just freshness, just
Yes,
that playful energy which you have.
thank you so much. That is so kind of you, Varsha. But let's not be fresh like me. Let all of you become fresh like yourselves, right?
Yeah, but keep the call today on this freshness so that we become fresh like us, like nature. Like nature is fresh.
Awesome. That is a great topic, Varsha. I will do that. I had no idea what to talk about. Thank you for telling me that. So what freshness in you have you decided is getting so old that you don't have it? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So when we live life as an adventure, it is always fresh. It doesn't get bored. And the trick is presence. Why do people look vibrant, especially if their eyes are vibrant? There is a wonder and excitement within the eyes. There's a presence within the eyes. And what is presence? Living in the moment. And if you look at Earth, she doesn't worry about her past or think about what happened yesterday or day before. Even the plant, if you cut the plant, it doesn't carry the memory that you've cut me and I don't like you. And it doesn't even carry the memory that it's been cut. It starts growing again. It starts thriving again. Right? So that is what we have to look at. How do you keep going on despite of anything that anyone else does or what happens? So what can you be or do different to have so much fun that every moment of life allows you and enables you to get younger and younger and fresher and fresher? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So all the judgments, projections, expectations, rejections, and separations that you have about time, age, and boredom, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, myths. What I figured is, for most people, it may not apply for all, but for most people, Oh, Shweta, you just distracted me with the dog. Just get so distracted with animals. It's a lovely dog. Your problem is not the problem. Your problem is boredom. You start getting bored and then you don't know what to think, and then you think some problem, and then it becomes real just because you're thinking about it. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what invention are you using to make your boredom even more greater than your presence and being fresh are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And if you guys want to grow younger, the secret is, I'm going to tell everyone, the secret is to be more happier. Secret is to be happy. You age because you think you age, and because you're unhappy. Those are the reasons why you age. So everywhere you are not allowing yourself to be as fresh as you can be, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to keep evolving moment by moment with so much wonder and excitement, and for you to keep living, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the more you live, the more fresh you become. If you're living in wonder and excitement, and life is exciting, you're looking forward to things, you automatically get better. When you are not looking forward to things and you're like, what's going to happen? What if this goes wrong? This also is happening. Then what happens is life becomes much harder. Especially for you. We're not talking about anyone else, but for you. Swarna, thank you so much for posting that. She said, do foundation with Nithya and you'll know much more how to be fresh. And the 10 commandments, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what can you be or do different to respond to all the situations in life in ways that you've never done before, so that life becomes even more exciting? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what keeps its spark going? What keeps the spark going is doing something different, something that you're amazed by, something where you can look at yourself and say, wow, I've done that. I've been this, I've done this, right? So that will happen when you respond differently. If you keep doing the same thing, you might get bored yourself. So what can you be or do different to respond in different ways that you've never done before, that creates something greater for you and everyone around you? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, I hope you guys are saying yes. If not, whenever I say destroy and uncreate it all, please say yes. And just perceive the energy of change. Okay. So what can you be or do different to keep evolving into a new version of yourself that is better? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, yes. Wrong, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to allow every area of your life to get lighter, easier, and fresher? In everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what invention are you using to convince yourself that you're growing older? Are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to actually be different than who you were yesterday, so that life becomes more different than whatever it was yesterday? And everything that does not allow you to choose different, be different, and have fun with it, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention have you used to create a comfort zone? When does life become, boring and unfresh? I don't know if that's a word, but I'm just going to use it. It's stale. I think the word is stale, not unfresh. So when does life get more stale? When you're not present, and when you're in this comfort zone. Now, it's a very You know, it's a very tricky term. People call it comfort zone, but no one is actually comfortable there, right? Are you guys comfortable in your comfort zone? No, that becomes too boring. That's not the zone you want to be in. But then it's your comfort zone, so you don't want to get out of it also because you've decided it is a comfort zone. So how stale are you getting in your comfort zone, but yet you would not choose something different? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So how uncomfortable are you being in your comfort zone and yet not choosing to come out of it and start fresh or do something different? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, what I do is, if you guys don't know, there's a book called How to Become Money Workbook, written by Gary Douglas, one of the most amazing books. And there's in that book, one line makes a huge difference. So there's one line that says you can get energy from the universe. You don't even have to eat. You can get energy from the universe. Now, please don't, just because I said you don't have to eat, please don't stop eating. That's not what I said. Especially if you're hungry, you should eat. That is not at all what I'm saying. But there is a possibility of getting energy from the universe. So the universe has infinite amounts of energy. Are you willing to receive that? Are you allowing your body to get that? And that energy can give you anything. In fact, in the book, it says that energy will give you money. That's why it's called How to Become Money Workbook, right? So what can I be or do different to receive so much infinite energy of gratitude and of freshness from the universe every moment, starting now, and everything that does not allow me to receive that kind, caring, and nurturing energy that makes me a better version of myself? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyond. It's like you can keep drinking nurturing energy, kindness energy from the universe. Don't expect it from people, may or may not come, but you can get it from the universe. And then it starts showing up. There are some amazing people, they will start showing up in your universe if you're willing to receive. At times, even if people are not amazing at all times, there are some people who will be amazing at times and some people who are amazing at all times. But are you amazing at all times or not? Is what determines that factor of who comes into your space. And how can you be amazing and fresh all the time? Yeah, anyone wants to answer that or any comments? Because I'm just feeling too much of silence with all of you around. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, fine. I'm going to answer it myself. Rajeshwari, were you going to answer?
Yes, I want to say this. If you're happy, you can be fresh.
Yes. If you're happy, you're fresh. If you're non-judgment, gratitude, all these things get you there.
Nithya,
Yes.
I think you are, most of the time you are bright and fresh when you are happy. That looks very, it doesn't clearly define, but what I've recently understood is as long as you are creating consciously, you are making choices, and you are making choices from possibilities. And why I said possibilities is when you are empowered.
Yes.
That's when you are in that state where you are constantly fresh. You know that the next moment you would create something new from another possibility, you would make another choice, and nothing can stop you.
Awesome. That is so amazing. Very well explained. So keep moving on. Keep choosing from possibilities. And one more underlying key is not to judge yourself. You don't have to think that you're limited or you're not fresh. So if you already decide that I'm so limited, I'm not fresh, I can't do this, and then you say I would choose something different, that is not authentic. The energy does not match. So your underlying points of view, actually it's better that you don't have any underlying points of view. Whatever you say, mean it. So everything that does not allow you to choose possibilities and mean that authentically, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the underlying points of view that you know or do not know, that are there with you, that may limit you that may not allow you to be as fresh as you can be. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and everything that does not allow you to become lighter and lighter and fresher with every precious moment that passes by. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. Can you guys not hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes? No?
We can.
We can.
Yeah, so I think Sagri, everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Because someone had posted on the chat, can everyone hear her? If you're not able to hear, that is the record, that is the clearing that is 100% for you. That's why you're not able to hear it. Please listen to the recording again. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. It's strange when it's really apt for you, you're like zoning out. You're like, what's happening? I didn't hear what she said. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So there's this beautiful word called daily, right? Every day comes. Every day is new. Every day is different. But it's the daily stuff that matters, right? Daily, like we get milk daily. You cannot buy a milk packet and keep it for 3-4 months. You can keep it, but not suggesting to drink that or use that. So that's the freshness. Everything that is in the now is what freshness is about. So when you don't look at yourself with an expiry date, like, milk and all these have expiry dates, but you don't. If you've already decided you are going to expire one day, then you have to become stale day by day, right? So how many of you have decided that I should live only till this particular age? After this age, I'll be old. After this age, I should expire. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you have decided your own expiry date from this lifetime and across lifetimes to allow yourself, your mind, your body, and your spirit to get stale. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So everywhere you have chosen an expiry date for yourself from this lifetime and across lifetimes to allow your body, your mind, and your spirit to become staler day by day. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what can you be or do different starting right now to grow younger and to get fresher? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Any questions, guys, from anyone? Okay. So what can I be or do different? What can I be or do different to be needless and everything that does not allow me to get over all the lacks that I have, that I think I have, which are not true? Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. When you have a need or a lack, you actually get desperate, and that's the opposite of freshness. So it seems like, every one of all of you have heard, let me not be needy, let me live beyond desperation. So how can you become that? If you're not yet there, how can you function from there? By knowing that daily means tomorrow shall come. The sun never stops for anyone, does it? It rises. The sun always rises. So life will also continue. For you, it doesn't stop. This whole world daily, every day comes, and every day is different. So how do you keep going on? As long as you're here the next day, you still have something to do. You can still change this whole day. As long as you're alive, we can still change anything. So the gift of living is what will bring you that freshness. You have to choose to live. I was reading today morning, there was a quote that said, it's not death that's the problem. It's It is all that died in you when you're alive. Okay, that's the loss. The loss is not death itself, but what dies in you when you're alive. So even if there's part of you that's gone through some trauma, part of you that doesn't want to be alive, you've already lost. You're not going to be full of yourself. You're not going to be full of that freshness that you can truly be, right? So everywhere you would still choose to be hurt, to live in the suffering of the past that is no longer true, instead of living in the freshness of the now. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And one more thing is, people do come, they do say things, you do get hurt, they do take you for granted. These things do happen at times. For some people, maybe most of the time. So what is a different response there? What is a different response that is, you don't get hurt, you don't get upset by what other people do, and you can be even more present, fresh, and you can even give more. When you give more, people tend to hurt you. Anyone has that? I've done this to this person and then they've betrayed me. I did that. They backstabbed, all that. Yeah. But don't stop your giving. That's when you can even give more, and start by giving to yourself. And when you give others, doesn't mean you're losing anything. That's what you have to learn. You don't lose anything. If you're as powerful as the sun, just look at the sun. Does it give light continuously? Does it go and say, this person didn't take my light properly, this person didn't use what I gave them, let me stop tomorrow, let me give lesser? No, it doesn't say. It's giving the same. Now the sun is always giving us the same. Now what we did is we have depleted the ozone and all that, so we are making the sun much hotter than it should have been. But the sun is still giving in the same way. It does not diminish by what it gives. Similarly, you can, whatever other people do, you can still continue to be fresh. And when one person hurts you, it doesn't mean that you should get hurt. That is a reaction. You need not get hurt, but you can move on. And you can continue giving. And you can even give more. And when you give more without expectations, you shall receive more. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Yes, Neeta, you had a question?
Yeah. Now, the feeling of fear comes in, ma'am, when somebody sort of insults you, something like that, for your past expenditure or whatever it is. But that fear doesn't make you feel happy. And we are not doing it intentionally, it's happening. But the person has done it now, again the fear has crept in, it's going to happen again. So how do I get rid of that? That fear doesn't make me fresh by any chance.
Did you say past expenditure? It's a fear of insulting with the past expenditure?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So everywhere you've decided that you are not powerful enough to repay your past expenditure with ease, will you destroy and uncreate?
Okay.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots. Because if I have a fear, I'm not going to be able to pay it anyway. My thoughts are very powerful. So if I hold on to a fear, what happens is that fear shall manifest. And because I already have fear, will I pay it or not? That is what makes the other person to try to insult me. If I am very clear that I know how to pay this, I trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. And your very intention that I would like to repay this will make sure that you can repay it. Trust in your intention. But if you have a fear of how I'll repay it, that will stop you from repaying it. And that will also, when I have a fear, what do I attract? Punishment. When I have guilt or fear, I don't create greatness, right? But I will create. That's how powerful all of us are. You will create every moment. But with your fear, you're going to create something not so good for you and the other person. So what if I just move into, I know I have an intent of repaying this. I know I'll repay it. And universe, support me. Show me the way of how I can repay this with ease. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock. So that's what I was saying I think I was saying in one call, when things seem bad around you, when it seems that I cannot repay it, that is the time you have to be even more happier. That is the time when you have to have even more faith and belief that I can repay it, to change it. If the energy is trying to bring you down by saying you're not repaying, you've not done what you can, you cannot go down with it. If you go down with it, then the same thing will happen. So we have to be a different energy if you want to change anything. You cannot be the same energy of the problem and change it. So how much faith and trust can I have in myself and the universe, and how much energy can I receive from the universe to be able to repay all my past expenses with ease right away? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere I have given up my freshness and my being based on the fear of the past expenditure that I have had, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Thank you.
You will be able to repay it, but if you have fear, you will undo the process of repayment.
Okay.
So let's be fearless.
Okay. Thank you.
And especially when things are not going well, we have to be even more happier if you would like to change it. You cannot be the same energy and change it, right? The beauty of you is whatever energy shows up in life, you can be the energy of change. And moment by moment, you can change things. So everywhere, we are so used to going down with the heavy energies and not changing them. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, with POD, POC, all 9 shots. Point.
Thank you.
Nithya, I have one question. So you told that don't stop your giving even when people are hurting you. My thing is,
No, I didn't say that, Shweta. That's a choice you have. I'm saying you can
should
still
give
give
more.
even if people hurt you. Yeah, but you have to do what you want to do.
Yeah, but the thing is, even when you're giving more, people somewhere are not ready to receive. I have faced. Yeah, that is. Even when I stopped giving and thinking that, not thinking, perceiving that they're not ready to receive whatever I'm ready to gift them or whatever, they become hurt, thinking that I'm not gifting them that. So how to deal with this?
What invention am I using to beat crap and only crap whenever I give or decide to give am I choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion will destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots. Can you see the sun? It gives, and it gives whoever takes whatever, it just works for the sun. No one complains that the sun is giving me less or more. So what can I be or do different? Be like the sun, to be the light of prosperity in such a way that whatever the person is willing to receive, they should receive. But I shall never diminish for that. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good,
Nithya?
bad. 1 minute, Vita. You just have to change the way of being. What can I be or do different to fine tune my way of being until I get what I choose to do? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD. I don't have an answer, but I hope that question will help you.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Awesome. Yes, Veena ma'am?
Same thing about backstabbing. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, always you want to give someone, give it to people who deserve it. The yogyu, give it to them. If you give it to a person who is undeserving, you'll get only papam and not punyam. Then is
Everything
this
that
not
brought it and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots present. So smart way is live as a question. Will this person receive what I have to offer? Ask that question before you even choose to gift or give. If you get a no, you don't have to. So you don't have to. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not about giving anyone, but whatever you give or not, you don't diminish. Like the sun, it doesn't diminish at all. And if it's me, I take something from the sun. Someone else takes something different. The plants takes a different energy. So you can get different energies from the sun. Now you can be that. You can give different energies to different people, exactly what they can receive. If they don't receive also, it's fine. It's not your problem at all. But you don't have to get affected, or you don't have to diminish in any way because of that. Did it make sense what I'm saying? Or am I just saying like words which is going over everyone's head?
We understand.
Awesome. Hope it makes a lot of sense. So what can I be or do different to be the source of my own power, to know that I am the source of my own power, and to be able to thrive and prosper and keep shining? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive this, I now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, the dog is so pretty, Shweta.
He's been here, lurking here, because he always stays in my brother's bedroom, but today he wants to listen to your call.
Oh, amazing. Okay, any more questions, guys? And if you want to do comparison, please compare yourself with the sun and beautiful things. Don't compare yourself with other people. So everything that brought up and let down will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How inspired can I be by comparing myself with nature and by knowing like I'm as powerful as the sun? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Not comparing yourself with other things that doesn't help. So you have to choose to like yourself. So everywhere I do not like myself and do not want to choose for me liking myself, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, millions. So if you don't like yourself, then who can like you? Who else should be liking or loving you if you can't do that to yourself? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. So another secret to being fresh is you have to like yourself. You don't judge yourself. So everywhere I'm constantly fighting with myself, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to be so creative and make every moment a moment of creativity and happiness so that I always stay fresh? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to receive the infinite kindness, the infinite nurturing, the infinite caring, and the infinite gratitude that the universe gives me with ease, and for me to be able to radiate it to others with even more ease? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to be the freshness of who I truly am? To be the freshness of myself. Every moment, moment by moment. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided from this lifetime and across lifetimes and from any age in this lifetime that if I be myself, something may go wrong. And that is why I choose not to be who I am. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. All the decisions that you have made where you've decided you're wrong for being yourself, and that does not allow you to be yourself at every movement and every moment, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. Okay. What can I be or do different to bloom into freshness and to keep spreading freshness, to be the breath of freshness to everyone I come across? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive, Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, good, talk, all nine short, boys and beyond. Any more questions, guys? Okay, no questions? Everyone is good? Yes, Vijaya.
Today you brought some topic for us besides freshness. Freshness was the thing we asked you to do the clearings on that. So what have you bought for us today?
What have I bought for you today?
Yeah.
I don't know. You should tell me. Right, wrong, good, bad, bad.
No, you might have thought some topic or something.
No, that's why I started. I didn't have any topic. It was like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk today. And then Varsha brought up why not about freshness. But if you have anything else, please let me
know. Seeing the disability of old people around, I get a bit of fear inside that how will be the old age? Like, will we be secured in
that? You're not going to get older or you're not going to age if you don't judge yourself. Age is a judgment. So the minute I keep thinking I'm getting older, your body gets the message to grow older. So you can keep telling your body how much more fresh and young can we become day by day. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poisonous. And let's look at animals. I love talking about animals, right? You cannot look at a 1-year-old dog and say this is 1 year and a 10-year-old dog and say this is 10 years. You can't differentiate the age of any animals. So what's the difference, right? They don't worry about age. And they don't have the worry about the past or the worry about the future or the suffering or the overthinking that we have. So it is usually our overthinking, our points of view around age that enables that's making your body age. So look at your body as the gift that it is. Talk to your body in such a way that you're kind to it and ask your body to stay fresh, chill. But the minute you say, I'm worried about age, your body starts aging faster.
No, I see the people around, old age people, they are so much like incapable of doing anything, dependent on other people.
But
so
you're not them. You will have a
I'm not them, but I see that what will this bring to us?
No, that's not the proper question. You have to say that's not a question. When you look at that and say, what will this bring to me? You might, you're already kind of mimicking them. You're afraid that you're going to get that. Fear will only create more of, you'll actualize your fear. So instead of that, what can I choose different here for me to stay fresh all the time? What can I choose different here for me to stay younger? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you just right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine parts, boys and beyonds. Or interesting point of view, I have this point of view about old age. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view about growing old. So you have to not allow that energy to solidify in you. You have to liquefy it with interesting point of view. And how much fun can I have with my body? Letting go of the judgments of age. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all poisonous. So every day you can start your day with, not that I'm 1 day older. That doesn't work. that works. It makes you older. So what you have to do is, how much more younger can I grow today? How much more fresher can I become today? Every day you start with that. And everything that does not allow me to become younger and fresher, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that does not allow me to be so happy that I forget my age and I keep growing younger, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So most people, they grow old and they have all these things, but that is this reality. That's why Access talks about something very beautiful, a reality beyond this reality. And that is how you function. You can choose to function different from, even if 100 people have the fear and everyone around you have the fear, you still have a choice of not having the fear. This is how you don't pick up on others. Don't allow anyone's energy to take you down, but you choose different. And then you can be the energy that inspires all those people also to feel, okay, I'm not that old. I can overcome this too. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. Did you get what I'm saying, Vijaya?
Yeah.
So just ask the question and be happy. That's the only two things we need. When you're happy, your body tends to get better. When
I am happy, but somewhere in unconscious mind, that point always comes and tricks me like, what will be the time and how will it?
when it comes, you use the tool interesting point of view.
Yeah.
You have to let it come when it comes.
Yeah.
Or let's also do this. All the underlying points of view that I know that I have or that I don't know that I have, that are not allowing me to live life to the fullest and to be as fresh and as young as I can be, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad.
Wrong, good, and bad.
Anger, to release the anger, Akshaya. So anger is a distractor implant. Fear is a distractor implant. It is not going to allow you to live. It's going to make you get older. It's going to enable you to die faster. It's not going to allow you to live fresher. So whenever you're in anger, you can either use interesting point of view. Who does it belong to? Any of the tools, get over it. Your anger is not helping anyone, especially it's harming you. It's going to harm your body. Your body is not a tool that is designed to store anger or suffering or judgment. But unfortunately, that's what we do. We put so much anger, judgment into our body. So all the distractor implants of anger, blame, shame, guilt, regret, fear, and all the Shiko implants and explants holding them in place, will you now destroy and uncreate all of them to live as free, as relaxed, and as happy as you truly can? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere I have decided that I'm a TV or an electronic item that has a remote control that can be triggered by others, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. If you are triggered, your buttons are with someone else, not with you. Someone else is pushing your buttons. Your remote control is not with you. So everywhere you've given away your own power to someone else, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And if you know that you're triggered, that's a good point. That's when you have to start using interesting point of view. I have this point of view to change the trigger. If you know that you're triggered, don't fall in with the trigger. You can, but the more you get out of the trigger, it's better for you. And and when you're not triggered, when someone says something, right, the reaction is priceless. They're expecting you to get angry or upset or triggered when they say something, but when you respond different, I mean, those are some of the priceless things in life. The way you be when everyone expects you to be in a particular way and you be different. So everything that does not allow you to be who you truly are and to be the difference that you truly are, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you are still choosing to give up on yourself, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So like yourself, otherwise who else can? Be there for yourself. Otherwise who else can, right? When you are not there for yourself, based on what are you expecting someone else to be there for you? So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Just talking to someone, she said something amazing. All the triggers and all this reaction is usually ego, right? The trigger is an ego. When someone says something, I get offended, I feel betrayed, I don't like it. So this is an ego. So what she said is, treat your ego like a child who requires comfort. It is not something to fight with, get upset of, judge. It is just that some part of you needs more comfort. So what can I be to be even more kinder to myself? To be there for me even more in ways that I've never been before, to let this trigger also go with ease. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. When you're happy, when other people don't like it, it's fine. You don't have to get upset by it or anything. You don't have to get into your ego. So everywhere I made the other person's opinion about me much more greater than anything else in my life, than my own being. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What is the other person's opinion going to give you? Yesterday I was talking to someone, and I think she was talking about how can I get diverse when society is this, society is that, society will. So I asked her, what does it matter what society thinks of you? What is society even giving you except judgments? So why should I live for the society? Should you not live for yourself? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And find the easy way out. So with how much ease can I live in this society without getting affected by what they think of me? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So listen to everyone, what they can say, if you want to, if you have good listening skills. Otherwise, it's up to you. It's your choice. But follow only what makes sense to you. You don't have to follow what everyone tells you. But you can listen to everyone and follow only what makes sense to you, what will make you happy, what makes you feel lighter. So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive the lightness of you. And everywhere you've decided that you have no idea about what is light for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. Cool. How does it get better than that? What can I be or do different to stay cool in my head? Now, staying cool, and I'm not talking about your temperature. Temperature should still stay at 98.3 or whatever that is. Otherwise, that's a problem. But in your head, you're so cool. So what can I be or do different to stay cool and respond to everything in life with so much ease that people see a different reality is possible by the way I respond? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the unkindness that I'm being to my body, with allowing the triggers to get the better of me, with allowing the anger to get the better of me, will you now destroy and uncreate it all and choose to be kind to your body? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, I can take any last questions. We're hitting the last 7 minutes. If you guys want to ask a question, please unmute yourself in case someone is talking on mute. Then I cannot hear them. Any clearing statement for us when we know that, okay. She's not yet typed the question, so I was wondering what she was asking. Okay. That a person is taking undue advantage. So when you know a person is taking undue advantage, why would you allow them to still take that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you are taking yourself for granted so that you allow other people to take you for granted. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to outcreate this person so that everything works in my favor and in a way that is greater for me and also them. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yes.
What can I be or do different to not take myself for granted and to be there for myself in ways which I've never been there for myself before, so that I can receive from the universe also with ease. And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Everywhere I'm playing this game much lesser than what I truly can be, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to be so different and fresh from today, so that every moment is so much fun for me? And it doesn't matter who is there with me in this moment and what is happening in this moment, but I still choose to have fun. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to let go of the past, to be in the moment, and to become younger and fresher? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to receive the infinite kindness, the infinite caring, and the infinite nurturing that the universe is providing to me, in a way that I can also become the energy of infinite kindness, infinite caring, and infinite nurturing for myself and others who are willing to receive it. And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so any other questions, guys? No? Okay. Thank you. So I will do one last clearing for the day. It's not the last clearing for the rest of your life, only for today. So what can I be or do different to be there for myself in such a way that I don't have to look or I don't have to need for anything outside of me? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right, wrong, with, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds, and all the inventions that I've used to be so needy and greedy, which is not even me, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, amazing, guys. So we will call it a morning, and I shall meet all of you next week. Whoever is willing to come. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nithya. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Your spontaneous clearings,
Thank
my
you,
God,
Nithya.
so appreciative.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nithya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nithya.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.